Liberal activists threatening undecided senators like Susan Collins to vote no on Brett Kavanaugh with messages like these.
If you vote for him, you are standing there, feckless woman, standing there letting Trump and his appointees steal health care from millions of Americans, steal the right to choose what women do with their bodies. And you stood by there. Oh, I didn't know. I'm so naive. You.
Friendly.
Yeah, I wonder where he stands. This is a crowdfunding effort to get her to vote no on Kavanaugh, has raised more than $1 million that will go to her opponent in 2020 if she votes yes.
And here to react to it, someone much more friendlier than that caller. Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano, also with the best laugh. So Susan Collins has said this is a bribe. Do you agree?
No. Well, first of all, if you know Susan Collins, as many of us do, she's a very thoughtful, independent woman who will vote the way her heart and mind tell her to, and absolutely will not be influenced by this. She won't respond to it, and she won't overreact to it, and she won't act out of fear. You know, it's interesting because the left has been yelling about the influence of money in politics for years. And the Supreme Court has ruled in a case that the other side hates, called Citizens United, that money is speech. You use your money to pay for your speech. You buy a full-page ad. You construct a website. Here is using money to influence speech in an awful way, but it is not illegal. Think about it. You say to a candidate, I will contribute to your campaign, but I got to know you're going to vote the way I want you to vote.
Happens every day.
Of course. It doesn't happen as in your face as this, as crude and public as this is. If you don't vote the way I want, I got $1 million for your as yet unnamed and undetermined opponent. So I think this is actually going to backfire politically. Legally, it's weird, but it is not a crime.
Legally weird. I like that.
You know, I think you're right about the politics of it, though, because if she stands up and says, you know, I'm not going to have that $1 million sway my vote, I'm going to vote with my heart.
Now, here's what she's doing. She is not on the Judiciary Committee, but she's actually reading the transcripts of the hearings and has asked Judge Kavanaugh to visit her privately, and she is going to conduct her own private interrogation of him. I can guess what it's about. It's probably about Roe versus Wade. She is a Republican who supports Roe versus Wade. The president said he's against it. He's going to appoint people who are against it. Judge Kavanaugh has said clearly, many times, under oath, it's well-settled law. It's the law of the land. In terms of these horrible, threatening voicemails that people are leaving, that, too, is not criminal. It is offensive. But it's at the outermost limits of free speech, but it's protected speech.
Members of Congress get those every day.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And have throughout history.
Indeed. All right. Judge, thank you.
Judge.
Pleasure,
Thanks, Judge.